Okay. So, what's next? Four, 5, and 6. Thank you, Tomberry Troop, for making summon passive so much easier to deal with. Probably should have did this off screen, but I didn't have much time. I literally just finished Braska, so. Odin is 4, 6, 7, which makes sense. He's a magic user, he doesn't use physical attacks. Everyone gets Mighty Odin Sneak, and for some characters, I don't see a reason to give that to them, but I guess just in case you're running a tank with the lock command. Finally, Bahamut is 3, 4, 6. Yeah, I definitely want to get that life up. And there we go! Braska's finally maxed out. Ah! It only took me a whole week. And even then, I haven't completely maxed out his armors yet, because I'm waiting to go through the story mode. So yeah! What's up everyone, I'm Spirit Rosewolf, and tonight we're gonna continue with some Opera Omnia. I mentioned I wanted to play through all the story chapters on live streams, so why didn't I just use the chapter list? That's much easier. They added that for a reason. These maps are getting big anyways. So yeah, we have access to the part 2 of the Act 3 Chapter 8. So now we can continue the story of Braska and all the Final Fantasy X characters. Hey Druid, I'm just gonna finish the most recent content for tonight, and then I'm going to have to consider playing through the entirety of Act 3 because I don't have enough materials to max out Camelot's Burst. Even if I did have it, which I don't. I did manage to get his FR though. It was a lucky ticket pool, so I didn't use any of my gems. But now that I have his FR, I need to go for his burst weapon. So I can either spend all my tickets on the current banner that he has at the moment to try and see if I can get his burst, or I can wait until the next banner, which is Desh, to go all out on that one. Or use my burst tokens. Either way, I'm getting his burst. I just want Riku. We're not getting Riku. You see this? You see this? This is the closest we'll ever get to Riku. This is the new Riku. Riku, more like Riku. So yeah, Braska's a new character, so they give us an introduction to him before we start the chapter. Yuna's father, who defeated Sin 10. Oh, by the way, spoilers for Final Fantasy X. For any of you who don't know about Final Fantasy X, this will have huge spoilers. In fact, this whole passage right here, huge spoilers. Every single word is a spoiler. The word Braska is a spoiler too, so don't even look at this. You're good, Druid. You know everything. You know everything, Druid. Why are you gonna be so smart? I'm kidding, Sorry. I'm a little hyper at the moment. Just like Scar, I was happy to see that Vivi was the brand new burst character for JP. So I guess it kind of rubbed off on me. Yuna's father, who defeated Sin 10 years earlier and brought about the calm. Hailed as a hero, the 4th High Summoner in Spira's history to defeat Sin, a compassionate and mild-mannered man of resolute character who would never forget to smile during his arduous journey, which is where Yuna learned that. His way of life left a lasting impact on his daughter. Probably not for the best, but he tried his hardest. I still laugh when people say, what's so special about Braska? Oh, he's the freaking High Summoner! I know, right? He brought about the Eternal or not the Eternal Calm, but one of the calms. He's important. Also, why do they gotta give me the feels? Why do they gotta give me the feels of being here? Also, man, I really should have played some of the previous Act 3 chapters because we go to Xanarkand before this. There was a whole chapter involving the Final Fantasy X characters going to Xanarkand, and I think Jecht and Auron were the ones who were responsible for it. Yeah, I really should have played those stories before this one. Oh well. We're gonna be playing in a different order, I guess. Hey. Oh, it's everyone from 10. You weren't mistaken. These really are the ruins of Xanarkand. We weren't the only ones to walk this path. You passed this way too. This might be the sum of all of our memories of this place. I remember our conversation here. We spoke of the end of our journey. I had so many doubts. I wasn't sure if I would succeed in summoning the final aeon. And you didn't. You failed, Yuna. But I'm not scared anymore. I'll face what's ahead. I'm pretty sure she remembers the events of 10. Yeah, there was a whole Act 2 chapter about her and Tidus and everyone else gaining... I think it was just her and Tidus getting back their memories of the events of 10 and also 10-2 because Pain was in that chapter. And Yuna had no idea who Pain was, but Pain knew everything. And she basically had to keep shut until Yuna remembered. That was also the chapter where Yuna and Pain did the YRP poses. Except they don't have Riku, so it was just YP. Yuna made a funny joke, though, in adding the initials for every single character was there. So it was like YMF because of Maria and Firion, and then P. So it was really cute. I liked that chapter. I haven't completed it yet. Maybe I'll do that for a stream one of these days. You become much stronger. You all have. I wonder if you faced the same worries, if you doubted yourself. Of course I did. We all had our doubts, but we must move forward regardless. Right, so did we. I'm sorry, but I saw your spear. Yeah, that's right. We saw all of your spears. We saw everything. I know not every moment was difficult, but I could tell you were conflicted, especially during the final judgment at Xanarkand Dome. Yeah, Braska didn't really add anything to the conversation during that whole revelation in the dome. It was mostly just Jecht and Auron interjecting. Braska was pretty much adamant about whatever was going to happen. Ah, right. When we decided I would become the final Aeon. Sorry to butt in, but you actually helped us out. We were able to think things over after seeing that. We wouldn't have been able to save Spira if we weren't following in your footsteps. If we didn't have an example to lean on. Exactly, Braska. So you saw that spear, that jutsu. We didn't record it even if we didn't record it if we didn't want it to be seen. Jecht must have looked a wreck, though. Actually, he looked really cool during that cutscene. Hey, shut your trap. Regardless, I'm glad it was abuse. Speaking of which, I found another. Oh, right! The spear that... Hey, it's an actual spear. This is what he found at the beginning of Act 1 when he was talking to Enna Cross. Is this a spear? Where did you find it? How strange. I thought it was odd as well. Perhaps this too is a product of will's power. Just as our spear aided you, perhaps this will aid the next traveler to come along. A record of our journey together, as father and daughter. Oh, they're recording That's cute. Man, if that spear somehow disappears and everyone forgets about the memories of this dimension, I'm gonna be so sad. First, we should capture you as you are now. Lulu and Waka, could you join too? Aw, gladly. A family photo. He is having a good time. Why wouldn't he? I'm sure he's been waiting for this for a good long while. This could have been their future. Oh, he's still lamenting about what if I hadn't torn it apart. Hey, it's not your fault. Blame Unileska. Blame Unileska and Yu Yevon. They're the ones who pretty much caused all of this. You know, who the heck is Will? You know, Will, that Will. Has there ever been a Final Fantasy character named Will? I actually don't know. Alright, so we're just gonna use our main team. Also, I'm gonna have to use some of these supports, because there's a particular support that I want to make use of, if we can get to it. Yeah, time to use my speedrun team. Unfortunately, I think I have Selfie. Oh no, wait, she just has Drain equip. That's good. But yeah, I like the inclusion of Braska. I know people are mad that Riku and Red 13 haven't been added yet. You know, there's still the characters, the main party characters that still haven't been added, similar to Amaranth and Kina. But I like the inclusion of characters that were never party members and were just really interesting NPCs. Like, if we never got any interesting NPCs, we would have never gotten people like Desh or Luna Freya, or, well, Luna Freya's eventually. Or heck, Kais, who I just used in that party. Ooh, these two again. I like these two. They hate each other. I must give you credit for not destroying the world, yet I must admit, I didn't expect you to return in defeat. Went to the store today, bought 2 big family-sized boxes of tricks. Ayy! I have 2 giant bags of, spicy Doritos, and I can't eat them, because I know they will mess up my mouth. So I have to wait until after the live stream. And after the recording, because I'm gonna record a bit of Final Fantasy XII after this. The dead are as useless as I thought. Or, the dead are as useless as I thought. They're nothing but dregs. Wow. Barely held together by their attachments and regrets. Dude, you're dead! I guess, technically, you're not, like, Seymour dead, but you're still dead. Spoilers for 11, I guess, but he gets killed. By Lion, of all people. He's one to talk. His attachments drive him more than most. You do know I can sense what you're thinking, yes? I did not know that about you, Eldnarsh. Of course. Regardless, I've learned my lesson. It's plain that I require power greater still. I shall go along with you for now, and so, would you mind handing it over? Huh? What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. You have it, yes. The power of iniquity, which cannot be erased. Arden told me about it before. He said that there was a power whose darkness eclipsed even mine. I didn't think that you were the one who possessed it. Yeah, he's apparently possessed that power for pretty much every villain at this point. For Caius, the Emperor, and I think others too. But if you are relinquishing it to me would assure that I did as you wished. I sense you are actually telling the truth. Very well, you can have it. A fragment of silt. Okay. Ah, so this is it. How thrilling. Well then, as I said, I shall do as you wish. He did the Yu Yevon prayer. I have no wish in getting dragged down by your petty squabbles. Okay. So, Seymour is left to his own devices then. With this, my lost strength has been restored. But mine may not be the right hands to deal such power, or wield such power. But I believe I know whose might be. Oh no, I think I know where this is leading to. Especially since I've been spoiled on the final boss for this chapter. Yeah, like if I remember correctly, Kais was originally an NPC character in the Crystal Chronicles, the Crystal Bearers. So if we're only sticking with playable characters, he shouldn't be added. I just like the fact that we have these random characters that honestly shouldn't be here, but it's fun to actually get to play them for once. Which is why I'm really positive that As Druid wants, Nuge will eventually get added into the game. You know, Nuge from Final Fantasy X-2. He'll definitely get added before Riku. Shuyin will get added before Riku, and he'll have a burst weapon. LeBlanc will be added before Riku. Oh, Waka will be added. Yeah, you get the picture. They're not going to be adding Riku for a long time. Hey, speaking of Riku, there's Pain. Speaking of Riku, not Riku isn't here. These are all the summoners. And someone who can summon Bahamut. So I guess that counts as a summoner.
So you're Yuna's dad? You were a high summoner?
That's correct. Yuna told me you are a summoner as well. Quite a feat for one so young.
I've heard your journey was a trying one. What hardship did you face during your travels? You're with Jecht and Orin, right? That sounds like fun.
Well, it had its highs and lows, yet I wouldn't have been able to complete it without them. I like to hear the story. Listen to my story. You two are much the same. I can't do a robotic voice, unfortunately.
Huh? I suppose so. I've been told I resemble my mother mostly.
You both have a gentle nature. I suppose blood really does make you what you are. More like the experiences of her growing up with her father before he disappeared. Or maybe just being a summoner is what innately makes you like this. If you want to talk to them, talk. Or are you waiting for them to notice you first? Notice me, Braska-senpai. Don't be such a child. Orin, who are you You know who you're talking to, right? That's not it. He's finally got his chance to meet Yuna. Don't want to spoil it. You wouldn't be spoiling anything. See? He's getting to know everyone else. Just go. I know you want to. Aw. Shut up. Just leave me alone, will ya? Baka. Jecht is totally a tsundere. You're not scared, are you? Scaredy cat. So that's it. You don't have the courage to face him. What do you know? Don't stick your nose where it don't belong. You're getting mad. Looks like I was right. Oh, Orin. Or do you... Shut up! What's gone into you to... Oh, he noticed. Braska-senpai noticed us. I'd ask you not to raise your voice in front of the Think of the children, Jecht! Tell me what's wrong. Just spit it out, Jecht. It has something to do with me, doesn't it? Well, you never hesitated to say what was on your mind before. Why should now be any different? Okay, so I have a question for people who are watching. Braska's hair. What is Braska's hair? Because I used to think those blue strands on the side of his helmet was his hair, and he had like blue hair. But no, when I look at the bottom, it just looks like cloth. It looks like the end of a cloth. So, what is his hair? Is it supposed to be brown like Yuna? Because if so, everything I knew was a lie. I thought he had long hair. I thought for the longest time that was his hair. It's one of those things that you just don't notice, and when you finally do, it's like, oh my gosh. Say your piece, Jecht. I can take it. It's nothing like that. This is kind of hard to watch. God damn it! Don't even think of running, Jecht. You've already ran multiple times in this story. You literally cannot run everywhere. We have a party of 100 people surrounding this place. There's literally nowhere to run to. I ain't. I'll spit it out. It's just something I've been worrying about. You don't hate me, do you? Aw. Does Braska hate Jecht? Find out next time on the next episode of Final Fantasy Z. Or Final Fantasy X. Here I am. Rock you like a... Oh my. Alright, well this person unfortunately never followed me, so I'm just gonna unfollow them. Yeah, if you don't follow me, then I don't follow you back. That's just the way it works. Speaking of which, hello, Pally. Just random Pally. Man. I have no excuse anymore to not play Final Fantasy X. I now own it. I can actually play it now. Although it just depends on whether or not I want to record it, like I'm doing with Final Fantasy XII recently. Or if I'm going to stream it. Actually, since you're here, Druid! Do you want me to stream Final Fantasy X, or do you want me to record it like I do with Final Fantasy XII? I just upload 30 to 40 minute parts almost every day. Either way, I'll be happy to play it. It was a steal. I managed to get Final Fantasy X, the HD collection, so it also comes with 10-2. I also got Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. What was the other games? Final Fantasy IV, the 3D version. And the XCOM collection, because those were our collection of games that I've always wanted to play. All for $50, thanks to this Steam summer sale. So I think that was a good investment. Eventually, I'm going to try to get Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate next time I get paid, though. That was so unexpected. I can't believe they released Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate on Steam. It's been almost 8 years since Ultimate got released. And I've been trying to find a way to play it on PC so I could eventually record it / stream it. And now there's finally a way. So yeah, I'm gonna be happy to finally get back to the first ever Warriors game that I ever played. The game that got me into the Warriors series. It's gonna be fun. Stream it? Nice, I'll do that. But I'd like to see what everyone else would say. If anything, I could just make a poll and just put it on my Discord server. I'm curious as well. In fact, I think that'll be the only time where I'll actually use the @everyone. Just to see what everyone's opinions will be. I'm still gonna try to finish Final Fantasy XII, though. Hate you? Why would I hate you? You know why? I stole Yuna from you. Where does this song play in Final Fantasy X? It's really good. And what's worse, I became Sin on top of that. Yeah, but we knew you would become Sin. Everything happened all over again. Because I was weak. If I'd have set my foot down and said I wasn't going to become Sin after the final summoning, it would have saved everyone so much trouble. Yeah, but Braska would have never gotten along with that. And eventually, there would have been another summoner who would come to take the mantle of Sin and use the final aeon. So no matter what, you all were screwed. I mean, unless you three banded together to defeat Yunalesca, but considering Auron had no chance against her, all by himself. I mean, you know, it's possible. Now hold on, Jecht. You always were a stubborn one, keeping everything to yourself like that. Yeah. This is totally in line with Jecht's character, and I like it. What? Nani? You're one to talk. Once you make up your mind on something, no one's gonna talk you out of it. Similar to Yuna. That's correct. Stubbornness runs in the family. All the way back to the mother, even. With her situation involving the Albed and Cid. We all had something we wanted to keep safe. That's what made our resolve so steadfast. Yeah. Oh, Jecht, you shouldn't be so hard on your past self. Without the past, we have no future. We had a job to do, and we saw it through. No one else could have done it besides us three. If even one of us were remiss in our duties, we would have never reached this point, and I would have never met Yuna. It is sad. In the actual game, Auron is around. Jecht eventually meets the team while he's Sin during the final battle, because he's at least semi-conscious during that point. But Braska's dead at that point. His soul is nowhere to go, and he has no way to actually encounter and meet Yuna at all. So when it comes to Braska, he never managed to actually meet Yuna in her prime. Kind of sad when you think about it. Jecht, do you have some unfinished business concerning the future? If you do, say it now. What kind of tomorrow were you envisioning before? If ever there was a time to realize it, it is now. Maybe he wanted to go back to his Anakin. I just wanted to keep doing the same thing I'd been doing. Help out people when they need it. Mess around, you know? Would have loved to introduce my wife and son. Really, I just wanted to keep traveling with you two.
Oh.
Yeah, me too. Indeed, we may not have been able to make that desire come true before, but now we can. That's right. You guys finally have the chance. I think we're all of the same mind when I say we should stay together from now on.
終わったわけではない.
This time, let's do everything we couldn't before. It's been a wild ride. Never could have dreamt any of this would have happened. Don't lie. You've never been able to see what's coming. He did manage to do pretty well with Sin, though. He predicted the fact that he would eventually find a way to defeat himself. I've been depending on you for far too long. No more. This is no dream. Another step in our journey begins here. No longer is he depending on them, now they can depend on each other. Man, that actually gave me chills. Again, I love Final Fantasy X, so being able to see this is so sweet. I can't wait until we eventually try out the Final Fantasy IX specific chapters, because, man, those ones have pretty fun stories. This is Wave 3. Okay. Let's bring in Kain. May the Azure Dragoon live! I really like Kain's costume. The After Years costume. It's a shame that it costs $39.99, you know? I was adamant on trying to get Camelot's costume because I love Final Fantasy XI. And, you know, being able to play as Archduke of Jouno Camelot is awesome. But I can't because it's expensive. And like I said, I'm planning on getting Warriors of Orochi 3 Ultimate whenever I come around to getting money. And then I have to save up for Digimon Survive, which is coming soon. And then Soul Hackers 2. There's a lot of games that I need to buy. Oh yeah, and I need to keep my subscription up for Final Fantasy XIV when I eventually play it. I want to play it soon. I really do. Oh look, a Krilly support. Thank you, son of a sub-gotcha. It sucks that I didn't manage to get that support during the Krilly Intertwining Wills. That would have helped a lot, but, you know, oh well. I completed it anyways. The Cissnei friend wasn't helpful because I didn't realize that Cissnei's damage would be extremely neutered during that battle, but hey, she helped a little bit. We managed to get the rewards for it, so it's fine. If anything, I should have just used Pally's Freya. Because Freya would have been really good. There is a plus side to be playing these chapters, though. I get to, I'm getting all these rewards from them. All these gems, which will definitely help for later banners. See? If I don't stick by your side, then what kind of friend would I be? Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but remember, you're not a young man anymore. Don't pull a muscle. This is, it's almost like watching us. I'm sorry, Titus, but your dads are... I'm sorry to Titus and Yuna, but your dads are getting... Yeah, no, I can't even say the joke. Never mind. I was gonna make a ship joke, but never mind. Ship aborted.
I know. This is a little awkward.
Not the father you remember, huh?
Where's all his bluster? He's acting weird. Even father is giving Sir Jecht a hard time. They act like children teasing each other. They keep teasing each other, Orin. What does this mean?
It means your fathers are in love.
Well, that's nice. Is this how you remembered them, Sir Orin?
I mean, that's how they always acted during the spears that we watched. It is. Reminds me of when we left Bavel.
That must have been around the time I spoke with him. He showed me his Jecht shot. It was fun.
And screenshot, because I love that line. It was fun. I just love how deadpan that is. I can just imagine Heidi Perez actually voicing that, and it's adorable just to imagine it.
I used to think that couldn't have been him, but now I see I was wrong to doubt those stories. That's right.
You were quite the tomboy back then.
Father, you're embarrassing me.
So full of energy, but you were a good kid. Curious too.
Yeah.
She's all excited when Jecht is complimenting her.
It's pretty easy for you to compliment someone else's kid.
Are you whining again?
As if.
You two are so much alike.
He wishes.
You both are rough around the edges, but eager to help others in need without a second thought.
Yeah.
I understand you are my daughter's guardian. Thank you for keeping her safe.
Ah, well, it's not like I was the only one.
Calm down, boy. You think to walk on the others too. Why do you gotta do that, Jecht?
I was just starting to feel special.
My apologies. Still, my thanks is sincere. Jecht told me much about you, and I've been eager to finally meet you. That's right, he never did get to meet Titus either. I believe you are an exceptional guardian, and an even more exceptional person. Can I count on your help in the future?
Of course.
Wow, isn't your father dreamy? Your dad isn't the most direct person, huh?
I suppose not.
Like father like daughter, and like father like son. That's exactly something I would say. Sure is. It's like looking in the mirror. To live again and exchange idle words with friends. This blessing is more than I could ever have asked for. Oh. Are you watching us?
Oh.
Do you see the woman our daughter has grown to become?
Well, that's...
Wow. Like I said, this chapter is giving me the chills. I just love seeing all these interactions. Alright, next battle. And with this one, we can actually use Braska. So I'm starting to think we won't actually get his armor pieces from this story chapter. So I guess I'm just gonna have to buy them myself. I say. Alright, good thing I've been building up my armor tokens. Braska's bracelet. Let's go to the enhancement menu. Oh, I have almost one of every class on Dffoo finally. So after that, I can play Dffoo seriously. Hey, nice. You can play it seriously and start leveling up all the classes to level 99. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but Godspeed. Godspeed to you, good sir. That's gonna take a long time. Alright, so I build up all of my guard orbs before I started the stream. It only took 1 times 3 tome and 15-minute grinding with Palom, but it was worth it. So let's get his other armor set. Braska's headdress. And if I remember correctly, am I missing one of his weapons? I hope not. Okay, good, I'm not. Nice. So I don't have to worry about that. I don't have any high armor tokens, so we'll just have to play through the Lufenia in order to get them. That shouldn't be too hard, though. Honestly, yeah, we have enough resources to max them out. Yeah, that isn't hair! That's not hair at all! That's part of his headdress! I've been lied to my entire life! Now that begs the question. What is Braska's hair? What does Braska's hair look like? Okay, I'm just going to come up with my own headcanon. He secretly has a brown afro. And he's shy about it, so he wears the headdress almost 24/7 in order to hide it. Okay, great. Now I need to write that down so I can make artwork of Braska with an afro. No context, just Braska with an afro on my phone's notes. And I'm just gonna draw that. That'll be beautiful. I unfortunately don't have any artifacts for him. Dang, I have a lot of Pinello artifacts that I haven't maxed out. And Kane artifacts too. Or he's bald, that too. Okay, so now I need to make artwork of him bald and him with an afro. Thank you, Druid. Thank you. Okay, this isn't the Chaos mission. What character should I use? You know what? Let's go with the Dream Team. I mean, I would if I actually had Jekt maxed out. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, this is an easy mission anyways. Let's just go with this team. Alright. So he has access to Kiraga Ultima. His EX is the ultimate Jekt shot, because he summons the final Aeon. Jekt Bomber. Mixture Power as his FR, and I also have him equipped with the Lulu calls, because those are actually really useful for him. His FR requires all the characters to do fire damage, so Lulu basically allows that. There's another one for you. Yep. Thank you. He also has a overhead icon, which is the overdrive bar. I don't know how it works. I actually haven't experimented with Braska at all. So, it's gonna be kind of awkward. That's a pretty good heal. A burst heal. Ultima. Let's try Ultima. Yep. That is definitely Final Fantasy X Ultima. We're just gonna have Braska do this entire battle. Mostly because I just want to see his skills. Next is Jekt Bomber. He summons the final Aeon Jekt, which should kill him if I have my Final Fantasy X lore right. And I think we can get his... Yep, we can get 5 charges on his overhead overdrive. So what does that do? Naturally, it slightly raises own attack, slightly raises own limit of bravery that may be stolen, does not increase with level. Okay, so those are innately there. Increase 1 level at the start of own turn, limit of 5. And at 5 levels, it has a full recast gauge, so it automatically gives you an EX. And return to level 1 at the start of next own turn. So you just want to spam his EX, basically. You use his EX right as you get to the 4th charge, and then you automatically get another EX. It works similar to Iroha with her double EX. And eventually I think Jessie also has like the double EX effect as well. So that's pretty cool. So I think he grants the power of Holy. to Jecht, it's a little weird. But yeah, I'm a personal fan of Braska's moveset. We're just gonna use another Kiraga just cause, and it also gives him free skill uses, so you can basically spam Kiraga in order to increase the FR gauge. So he's a decent FR charger. His attack all is exactly what you think it would do. And now let's check out his mixture power, where his FR companion, would you lend me your strength? You needn't ask, is Aeon. I believe the logic is that they're both summoners, and they summon dragons. And if I remember my Aeon lore, they both of them go on journeys that would eventually cost them their lives or something like that. At least I think that's the story of the Crystal Bearers. Either way, an interesting team. Overall, I'm a fan of his kit. It may not be much, especially considering the next characters that we'll be getting. I mean, we can already consider Camelot as a character that pretty much throws Braska out into the wind. But, I like it. I just like the fact that we can actually use Braska. Oh, I didn't switch to my, speedrun team. Oh well. Let's just use this team for a while. Oh man. It's almost like we're playing the fan-requested prequel of Final Fantasy X that everyone wants. That's basically what this chapter is. It's like the prequel to Final Fantasy X that everyone wanted. Where you got to play as these three. These three bozos. And honestly, I wouldn't mind getting that game one of these days. It's a shame that I don't have Jecht maxed out. I would have loved to have rocked these three in the Chaos mission. Or heck, even the Lufenia. That would have been cool. Ah, well. Eventually. I also should give Braska the Ultima weapon, now that I think about it. Just to show off his damage. I'll do that during the Lufenia mission. Orin's still rocking hard. Yeah, these three actually make a pretty good team. Orin as the tank, offering a small amount of heals and damage mitigation. Jecht being the DPS with a burst. And then there's Braska with support. Plus the FR. So you can basically rock these three in Shinryu if you really want to. It'll be tough, but it is possible. And Jecht having innate fire element on all of his skills means that he's the perfect companion for Braska. Jecht, Lulu, and Ignis are considered great partners for Braska because they all have fire element in their kits. And especially with Lulu and Ignis, they can enchant fire to the entire party. Lulu is a special case because she has the ability to grant the fire enchant on top of other elemental enchants. So if you're, say, bringing Garnet into the battle, she automatically enchants herself with thunder and water. You can have Lulu on the party, or use the Lulu call, specifically the LD one, to also grant her the fire enchant on top of her other enchants. It's kind of fun when you can work around stuff like that. That's still really cool. Even if it should theoretically kill him. I never did get the logic of how the summoner would die when they summon the final Aeon. Is it just they use all of their life force to summon the Aeon, and therefore they die? Or is it through some other means that they die? Possibly via Yu Yevon basically killing them. I don't know. It's never really explained. And honestly, it doesn't make sense when you consider... Oh, hey, this song. When you consider Seymour into the account where he summons Anima, who I believe was considered his final aeon. So, I see. So this was the path that led you to your final trial. Yes, in its deepest chambers, we learned that we could only save Spira through deception. Also, they're recording through the spear. This brings me back. Hey, do something cool. Watching you stand around and talk is getting boring. Every casual who plays this game and watches the cutscenes. I like that close-up of Amaditelion. Excuse me, but what were you doing? Well, this is called a spear, you see. Hey, the ragtag duo. Someone help! We were exploring the area, and this really angry monster appeared. Finally, some action. Leave it to me and Orin, of course. What about Ami? Oh, okay, I guess you're gonna give her the spear. There they go. Hey, seeing Ami hold a spear is a little weird. Just what is this? Oh hey, we get interactions with the FR partners. I see you found something fascinating. May I see it? Whoop! You can use it to capture the scenery around you, like this. I see. That is quite interesting. What would such information be used for? Well, sometimes you want to remember something. We use it often during the pilgrimage. I hoped that someday it would find its way to Yuna, which it did. Jecht wanted to leave messages for Tidus as well, but sometimes he would get excited and capture lightning striking the ground. I never saw that. Now may be a good chance to use it. Oh, they're watching the monster. You guys were worried over a thunder flame? Are you kidding me? Jecht! Are you okay? Oh, I do remember this. Okay, there was a point in Final Fantasy X where in one of the spears, Jecht ends up getting shocked by lightning. And Braska is just watching, laughing in the background. I think Orin is doing the same too. So that's pretty funny. Hey, what are you two laughing at? You're a tough fighter. There's nothing to worry about, right? See, he knows how you are. You're just fine. Oh, what does he know? Quick, cast Kiraga. You were able to help someone else. You get a good fight out of it besides. Besides, what more could you ask for? That was a weird sentence. Thank you for taking care of them. No, get up. Man, kicking him while he's down. You better not show anyone that spear. Don't worry, I'm only gonna show that to everyone, including your son. That's cute. Ooh, we made it. Oh, this isn't gonna end well. Okay, this is the, Cosmos mission. Do I have anything better for Jecht? Oh, I don't. That's sad. Alright, I'm sorry, Jecht, but we're gonna have to switch you out for someone a little better. Let's bring in a Final Fantasy X character. Pain is cool. I like Pain. Don't take that out of context, please. Hey, Mungo. Oh dang, I forgot to equip Braska with the with the staff Ultima weapon. Oh well. We'll use ultimate jack shot.
未来を守ろう。
I need to figure out his
希望は奪
kit
わせない。
and what are the best skills to use and when they are best to use.
せめて安らかに。
I just need to make sure that I can use his EX when his charge is at 4. And apparently his overdrive charge doesn't increase when you use his EX. Interesting.
これはどうかな。
He seems to take a little bit to get used to at the very least. But nothing too bad, honestly. Are we actually gonna get to use Pain? I guess not. Pain was just there to look pretty. And honestly, she does a fine job. We probably could have just brought Jecht and he would have done nothing as well and we would have just gotten through it. A string of miracles. Oh, Ursula. A father who has a rebel son and a rebel daughter who has a worried father. Interesting interaction here. Also, she says my master, but in the after years, she calls her father that because he finally offered to train her on the cusp of her keeping up with traditions and taking the training seriously. So, like all his other students, she also has to call him master.
My master always said that I left myself open to attacks from behind.
Hey now, look at the bright side. That just means you're good at focusing on a single direction. Yeah, you're like a shotgun. One direction and one direction only. Now you just have to find a way to extend that focus to all directions at once. Might sound hard, but you'll just have to get creative about it.
そうですね。
I wonder if I'm cut out for it. Yang was always scolding me for not being good enough.
Aw. Yang's only hard on you because he knows you can do better. If you want a training partner, I'm up for it. Aw. You know, he genuinely is a good father to people that aren't his son. Oh man, that's Jecht for you. But he means well. He ultimately means well. It's just he's also an asshole. But that lovable type of asshole.
Really?
Course. Hey Oren, record this, will you? I remember recording a blitzball match once. Are you going to study these recordings later?
当たり前だろ。
Yeah, Ursula will learn faster. She can look back on what she's doing, right and wrong.
根性見せろや。
Alright, come on, I'm ready for ya.
光栄です。
You asked for it. 2 characters that I haven't gotten maxed out yet. Interesting. Oh, Titus. Is Titus gonna be Jilly? Oh, hey, Theodore. I haven't seen Theodore in a long time. Or Noctis either.
Jecht appeared to be having fun. Yeah, well, he might be having a little too much fun.
Why so skeptical? Lighten up a bit.
You don't know him as well as I do.
Ah, right.
You know, my dad went on a journey too, with Gladios' dad, actually.
Oh my gosh, Noctis' dad confirmed for OO. I mean, one day. Also, yeah, I just realized these 3 have dads who used to go on a journey to save the world together. Well, not together, all of them together, just journeys in their own worlds. So, this team actually does make sense.
Really? I didn't know that. Did they know each other well?
あ
Yeah, they were good friends. Seeing Jecht helped me imagine what their travels must have been like.
Their travels.
Listening to people's troubles, hunting monsters, fixing their car when it broke down, even mining for ore. None of those things seemed all that interesting on their own, but when you look back on a journey full of those moments, it really does seem like a miraculous chain of events.
Do you know what I'm talking about? This is basically just an excuse to make Final Fantasy 15 look better than it actually is. And that's not me that's not me saying Final Fantasy 15 is a bad game or a bad story. I'm just saying, like, the mundane stuff that you do in that game wouldn't be interesting without the interactions of the entire party. Seeing Noctis and his boy band doing all that stuff together and watching them grow and bond is genuinely entertaining.
Yes, I do. Of course I know what you're talking about. Still, I don't think anything's miraculous about it.
Titus. Why do you gotta be a stick in the mud? You know, Titus. You're pretty stubborn, just like Jecht.
Shut up.
Like father, like son. Ooh, still no chaos mission. Alright, fine. We'll bring back Jecht. Hey, Jessie hype. I too am hype for Jessie. I don't care what anyone says about her kit not being all that great, and her probably not being the best unit for the FR era, considering she's a delay unit, so she's automatically not going to be the best when it comes to battles. I'm going to get her anyways, because I like Jessie. I like how her kit works. I like that she's unique. And I just genuinely became a fan of her thanks to the remake. And I'm really glad they brought in the remake version of Jessie instead of the original version, which let's be honest, there was not much about her original version that made her interesting. She was just there. I brought this up with Maluki, but I'm actually kind of surprised that Jessie never became a continuous cameo character, similar to Biggs and Wedge, and even Sarah and Sid. Like, Sarah less than the other three, but I felt like she would have been the perfect type of character to, you know, be one of those cameos that would constantly come back as like, you know, hey, this character is named Jessie, but this character in a different Final Fantasy game is also named Jessie. Like Sid Reigns here. He's another Sid. That would have honestly been really cool. Ho ho, is this one of those spears I've heard about? This is a weird ragtag group. Also, yeah, Gabranth is pretty much chummy with all the heroes now. It is. Would you like to see? Also Sid Reigns, too. I mean, Sid Reigns was never evil. He was just being manipulated. So this mechanism allows one to record things? Haha, would you look at Jecht? Looks like he's having a good time. Oh, they're watching that scene. It seems this scene was recorded with a steady hand. Do you use the spear often? We used it occasionally on the pilgrimage. When I picked it up and started recording, I remembered those days. When those around me called me a fallen summoner. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He was ostracized by the church for what he did. And what he did was basically have a daughter with an Albed. No, first he married the Albed, and then he had a daughter with her, which was Yuna. You? I thought you were the High Summoner. That was a title I earned only after defeating Sin. Those around me expected nothing of me. It stoked my desire to make something of myself. So you have a rebellious spirit of sorts. How did you go about achieving your goals? I brought Auron and Jecht into my service. One man who had lost his way, and another who only wanted to go home.
You were made fun of by those two. It seems to me they hardly have a leg to stand on in the matter.
Both of them have had strengths and weaknesses, but if they were anything like in that spear, then getting them to follow you must have been a tremendous feat indeed. Yep, Braska always had to be the mitigator. I see the same thing when I look at Yuna. You must have led others with your positivity and courage. I'm sure that Auron and Jecht looked at you. They saw hope. You're too kind. In truth, I rather think I dragged them along in my ordeal. I moved forward with the hope that we could change things, but in the end nothing did. I am sure Auron suffered for far too long, believing that we had died in vain.
Well, I think he's long since freed from his regret and come to recognize the world of his past actions. All thanks to the support of his allies. Isn't that right, Sid? Indeed. Much like him, I regretted how my life had turned out. But since coming here, I've had a chance to gain a new perspective on the past. Now I kinda regret the fact that I let myself die. In a very easy way.
Man. They really did Sid Reigns dirty in the final chapter of 13. Well, actually, the second final chapter. He didn't even make it to the last one. Gosh.
I was obsessed with the thought that I had achieved nothing. But eventually I realized that my ideals were carried on by someone else.
Yep, by Lightning and her crew.
And because of that, he was able to achieve great things.
Oh, I guess he's talking about Snow.
You and I are much the same. Orin was the link that held us all together, so I believe our deaths were not in vain. Jecht was able to be resolute in his decisions because he knew Orin would carry on his legacy. There are none more trustworthy than him.
You had dependable allies. No, dear friends.
Truly, I have been blessed. Sin is gone, and Yuna has grown up.
嬉しいことだね。
Let's not tell him about 13-3. That never existed. Let's just pretend it never existed.
That future is more than I could have asked for, even if I wasn't there to see it. Yep. Your actions eventually brought on the eternal calm. Well, that was nice. Okay, so that wasn't the end of the chapter. Oh yeah, that it's going to be in the center there. Hooray! More rewards, more gems. Because I certainly need them. I'm not being facetious or anything. I actually do need them.
祈りを胸に。
Gosh, these things are weird.
は
You're so
あ
weird.
世を照らす光となれ。
Nice. Seriously, were there ever skeletons in Final Fantasy X? I don't remember skeletons. Maybe in 10 too? Even then. I don't exactly remember them in that game either. Now the Thunder Flans, I remember them. I guess flans in general, really. Flans were everywhere in Final Fantasy X. The giant scoops of ice cream, basically. Final Fantasy X, the game where you play in order to fight giant ice cream cones, or giant ice cream scoops.
はあ世を照らす光となれ。
Man, imagine if he had, like, double magic. That would have been insane.
未来を守ろう。
Who knows, maybe when he eventually gets his burst
希
weapon.
望は奪わせない。
Every character's gonna eventually get their burst weapon.
安らかに。
So, I wonder how they're going to handle Braska, of all people. Or heck, even Orin.
はあ世を照らす光となれ。
No, that probably won't happen for a long time.
いつも一緒にいるよ。
Also, I love that particular staff that Braska innately comes with. I think that's his EX weapon. Yeah, I think that particular staff is his EX weapon. And it's one of my favorite ones of his staffs that he gets as weapons. Ooh, that's a lot of gil. In a game that you don't really have to worry about gil all too much. An unwelcome guest. Uh-oh. Something tells me we're about to get into something nasty. Now then, where have Jecht and Orin gone to? Uh-oh. Who we have here? Hi, Summoner Braska. It is such an honor to meet you. You know who I am? Oh, hey, they're doing the Yevon prayer poses. That's cool to each other. Because Braska doesn't know who Seymour is, so that's interesting.
You know who I am? I'm sorry, but you are? My apologies for foregoing introductions. My name is Seymour Guado. Unfortunately, I was unwelcomed in my own tribe and suffered much of my young life in exile.
Great, I'm starting to give him the voice of his assistant. I forgot the name. It was like Grommel. Yeah, it's starting to sound like Grommel.
That was until the calm brought about your actions. My exile was revoked, and for that I owe you a great debt.
I didn't know that about Seymour's background.
Exiled so young. It must have been terrible. I'm sorry. I hardly deserve such kindness, Lord Braska.
Trommel! Yeah. It's not Grommel, it's Trommel, right?
Why do you think so? I know little of the Guado, but still. I am glad to meet you and share these words, to hear your story.
Listen to my story, Braska. This may be your last chance.
Lord Braska, words cannot express how sorry I am that you feel that way. Actually, I come bearing a gift, a token of thanks for your role in bringing about the calm. A gift? Yes, one most heartfelt.
Braska! Uh-oh. Hey, Kimari!
Father, get away from him! Don't listen to what he's saying! Everyone's here, it would seem.
What are you plotting? Is your aim to win Braska over? I mean, a little too late, I guess.
Such a tactless bore. You wish to know my true intentions? Then you'll have to pry it out of me. Please, don't hold back.
Welp. I was kind of expecting him to trick Braska, but okay. I guess we're not gonna get into that. Is this gonna be the Chaos mission? No? Okay. Malicious Maester. Well, I mean, that is a way to describe Seymour. That is definitely a way to describe him. Alright, time to use the Dream Team again. Are we gonna get Seymour's theme? Okay, this makes me happy. You know what I should have done? I should have brought Seymour to this battle. Seymour! Defeat Seymour!
Don't get near my father.
If you think I'll let you lay a finger on him, you better think again.
Do you despise me so? That I cannot even lay eyes upon the High Summoner. As I thought, an enticing prey requires equally enticing bait.
This is all part of his plan, apparently. This is gonna kill him, isn't it? Oh, hey! It's actually not gonna kill him. But we will kill him before he even gets turned. Oh, yeah. I kind of want to draw out this battle a little bit. Mostly because I just want to hear the music. Alright, fire enchant everyone, Lulu. I love how he summons Valifor of all things. Oh. Well, there he goes. But yeah, I love how his FR summon is Valifor. Just like his daughter. Honestly, I would think he'd have much more of a connection to Bahamut since the start of Braska's journey was in Bavel. So he would probably go to that faith first. But oh well. Anything to make him similar to his daughter, I guess. Roots of Evil. Yeah! Ooh! Nice dodge, Seymour.
How predictable.
Ooh! What? Arden? Random Arden? What is he doing here? It's like, hey guys, I'm here. I've been in the background this entire time. Oh, by the way, Seymour's bad. I had a talk with him in the last chapter. He's gonna probably try to steal his ideal core, and we're probably gonna have to deal with him soon. So, be prepared. He should have told him that from the beginning. What'd you do? On your knees. This position suits you. Ooh, kinky. What are you? Gah! Oh, the power of darkness! Now Jecht is very stinky. What's wrong? Oh, great. This happened before. In Act 1, even. Titus, what's that aura? That can't be. A fragment of silt. Again, why didn't you tell us? You have proven yourself to be a man of insight. Arden, sometimes we must treat people as nothing more than pawns. Now you're just spouting nonsense. This is just random violence by a warped mind. Not at all. This is a gift to the one who made me realize this truth. A gift for Lord Braska.
なんだって
What are you talking about? Death is the sole release from suffering. Or it was. Your appearance here has somehow filled Yuna with happiness. Quite the alarming development. Oh, he's conflicted by his own insane delusions of grandeur. And it exemplifies perfectly how twisted this world is. I must bring it to an end. He wants nothing more but death. And honestly, he can't die himself. He's tried. No one in this world can essentially die. At least I think they can't. I'm not exactly sure about that. It was you, Lord Braska, who helped me realize what I must do. Stop this! If anyone is twisted in all this, it's you! Lady Yuna, why do you refuse to understand? You've been a victim in all of this, haven't you? Who needs a land of respite when death offers all the comfort we need? What has he done?
信じられない
This aura, could it be? Can't you do something? Dispel the power of the fragment of silt somehow? Only Jecht can save himself. If he doesn't, he'll be consumed. Welp, I guess his journey wasn't lasting all that long. Oh, Dad! He's teleporting himself away, probably to save everyone else. Will Sir Jecht become sin again? Oh, that's not good. Damn it, we have to make Seymour pay! Does he really mean to destroy this world? I mean, he said it multiple times! His whole thing is about death, everyone! Seymour's literal modus operandi is death. Death to all. You get death, and you get death. He's the Oprah of death. Alright, Chaos Mission. We have to fight a Greatness Malboro. Okay. Random, but okay. Let's, bring in Ignis instead of Jecht, because unlike Jecht, I actually have Ignis nearly maxed out. And I also have him with his enhancement points. 10, but it's still a decent amount. So yeah, we're going to try to go through the Chaos Mission like this. Hey, I still have those selfie supports, good. And let's equip Braska with the Ultima weapon. Which was equipped on Garnet, but I just want to see how much damage he can actually do with this. And Orin, you can have the Great Sword Ultima weapon, which I did limit break today to level 2. So that's good. Alright, let's do this. Oh wait, I'm supposed to not use a support. Dang it. No, go back.
平和のための
Go back. No. The Greatness Malboro. Yeah, we have to do this in order to complete the challenge mission and get my burst token.
Let's do that.
Complete another 60 turns. Really? I'm pretty sure we can. So I actually have some more black water today, which my sister got for me at the end of the Persona 2 live streams. And it's really good. I recommend getting black water more than water, which is basically just water but with black ink. Black, not ink, it's food dye. It has a lot of electrolytes, so it's pretty healthy. Alright, we're gonna just put the Raijin prod on them. I doubt they'll get much turns. Okay, but getting blinded by those things is cancer. Oh, it is. That's why I'm using the Raijin call. And hopefully I can build up my, my FR is already built up, so I don't have to worry about that. Just get as much turns as I can, basically. Alright. Tornado should help us. This might not be a problem. We'll just use one Kiraga. And attack all. And, does Ignis automatically have Sage Fire on him? He does not, but that's fine, I believe. Yeah, that's fine. Malboros in general are pretty much. No matter what game you're playing, Malboros are a pain to deal with. Oh, they're already almost half dead. Okay then. Well, we have 2 turns with Ignis. We'll start with Sage Fire. Ooh, that's a decent amount. I don't think he'll have the Sage Fire on him. So yeah, it's... Well, maybe. It was 35. Regroup for that boost. Oh yeah. I can never remember which one is better. Memory Lane Pastry or Papa Bird and Baby Bowl? I'm going to go with Papa Bird and Baby Bowl. Oh my gosh. Ignis, no. You're crashing the game. Noxious Saliva. Thank you, Raijin. They can't inflict any debuffs on us. That's good. This should deal some decent damage. I probably should have charged it with Kiraga first, but oh well. Oh, never mind. They're dead. 1,000,000 damage. That's pretty good. And that's the Chaos Quest. Now for the Lufenia, which I think we're fighting the same things. So this is going to be more of a challenge. I'll have to really consider my calls here. If anything, I could bring the Lena call, / Reina call, for the Dragon Ward buff. Oh, what's this? Clear Path of Memories. Oh, it's right here. Okay. I guess this is what leads to the Lufenia. Ooh. Ooh. We're in the final area of Xanarkand. Okay. This is ominous. Where's my team? I might need to reset my emulator soon. Because I just feel like it's gonna crash. Especially when I start the Shinryu stage, and I don't want to redo the Shinryu stage. Yeah, right before we do the Shinryu stage, I'm just going to reset my emulator real quick, just so we can have a fresh start. Man, this is giving me flashbacks of Dissidia PSP. I loved the stage in Dissidia PSP. It was so open, the music was good, and the overall tone and the atmosphere was amazing. What the heck is with those giant enemy crabs? Every time I gotta do this Lufenia quest and see that instant kill orb again, oh gosh. Alright, I gotta really pay attention to the orb then. Let's hope it's nothing too bad. Let's hope it's something that I can deal with. If it's just fire damage, then that's fine. That's doable. I'll have Braska with a Lulu call. And I might just have Ignis there too. Oh, there goes my dog. I will be right back. He always does this. Can't be helped. Chances are he might actually want to come back to my room as well. Maester Seymour is heartless. Oh, he's a heartless. Okay, well, we just need to find his nobody and then he could be whole again.
I can't believe he returned the fragment of silt to Jecht.
After everything that happened, now we have to fight him again? This sucks. Doggy. Yeah, he's a little, terrier mixed with a poodle. He's very cute.
I see. This isn't the first time you've suffered a misshape like this. But you needn't worry this time.
We literally have 100 friends on our side. We'll be fine.
We'll cure Jecht of this madness, shall we, Orin?
It's up to them now.
But why? But why? Why is Father taking on this burden?
Because they're friends. Hey, the best boys! Saz and, Barrett. I almost forgot his name. Screenshot.
Hey, is Jecht alright? Did he really get corrupted by a fragment of silt? He did. He now likely controls the power of sin. He's taken on the form he attained after the final summoning. The final summoning? If I recall, that ceremony requires the death of those involved.
So that's what happened to Jecht after he died. Yeah, it was tough. Oh my god, playing the heck out of this Dissidia demo. I really want to emulate that. Oh man, I need to find a copy of the PSP Dissidia because I want to play that again too. And there's the dog. I will be right back. This time I'm actually going to mute my microphone, so give me a second. Alright, I'm back. He wants to be in the stream. He's pretty much in every stream I do. And it's adorable. He just lays next to me. He just stares at me. Hi. Hi, baby. Yeah, he's cute.
Jecht was forced to make a difficult decision. He had lost his way home, but still wanted to be of use, so he chose to become the Faith for the final summoning.
It was either him or Orin.
I had faith that my sacrifice would save Spira and Yuna, but I suspect Jecht might have felt obligated to follow along with me.
That's how I always felt.
I don't know about that. I think he just wanted to be a dad and...
I knew it would crash eventually. Okay, yeah. Well, at least it was during a cutscene. Okay. So yeah, I'm currently using the BlueStacks emulator, which is kind of unstable for emulation. So stuff like that happens sometimes. At the very least, it didn't happen while I was doing an actual battle. And quite frankly, just the fact that it was a cutscene, I'm kind of okay with that. You called it? Yeah.
I know my emulation well. It happens even more so when you're using the high resolution settings. Maybe now I can finally get these missions. Whatever these are. Oh, these are the crystals. Nice. And there goes my dog again. I will be right back because I think someone is calling me. So, just 1 second. Okay, I'm finally back. I don't think we'll be getting any more interruptions, thankfully. For real, having to do the 20-minute Shinryu fight over again if it crashes? Oh gosh. Oh gosh, the last time I did the part 1 chapter, I believe it crashed during the Shinryu battle. Thankfully it wasn't that bad though. Oh, wait. This isn't Xanarkin! There we go. This is Xanarkin. Oh, it didn't actually count the cutscene. Yeah, I think that happened while I was doing the Shinryu off screen, so at least it didn't happen during the stream. Alright, so yeah, Seymour's a Heartless, yada yada, Kingdom Hearts, Bull and all that. Seymour for Kingdom Hearts 4. If we're ever gonna get another villain for Kingdom Hearts besides Sephiroth, well, Garland has been making the rounds recently thanks to Strangers in Paradise. You know, I really feel like Garland would actually have a chance. Him or Kuja? Kuja with that Final Fantasy IX anime that's supposed to happen. I don't know what's gonna come of that, but I hope it's good. He wanted his son to know that he was brave, so he pushed himself to make that tough choice. Maybe that's true, but I think he also didn't want to let Braska die alone. Right, you guys really were good friends, huh? He acted like he had things under control, but he was just as uncertain as the rest of us. He was always bad at lying, and he could be a real idiot sometimes. That he could, but he was a friend unlike any other. You've helped me remember that, Orin. We need to focus and think of a way to save him. Man, so much feels. What did you do last time? Were you able to stop Sin? We realized that he reacted to the Hymn of the Faith, and so people around the world sang it to draw. Are we gonna have every single person in our entire roster sing the Hymn of the Faith? Because if so, that's actually pretty cool. So some small portion of Jecht remains even after the transformation. Yet I'm afraid we'll have a difficult time doing that here. We have over 100 people! I'm sure it will be okay. We can just put all the Final Fantasy characters in the stands in the background and then just sing. That would actually be pretty cool. This must be difficult for you. You three had just been reunited. Indeed. I'd love to see Golbez or Xdeath. Oh yeah, Golbez. Well, Golbez would actually work in a Kingdom Hearts game due to all the talk of darkness and all that when it comes to Final Fantasy IV. Xdeath? I mean, if they just want a random villain that is evil for the sake of being evils. So yeah, Xdeath would work in that field. That's it. I believe we still have a chance. Are we gonna have everyone sing?
Are we gonna have Yuna dance? Are we gonna have Yuna dance along with Penelo and Lilise? Or Lilisette? Because I would be all for that. I'll fund it. I'll even have a Waka fund it too. Now see, I've always wanted Kefka to be in Kingdom Hearts, but I know that that's just a fever dream because I know they would never add someone as psychopathic as Kefka in the game. He's a little too extreme when it comes to Final Fantasy characters. Although I guess nowadays, who's the most popular villain besides Sephiroth? Well, like I said, Garland has been making the rounds. He's started to become pretty popular thanks to his appearance in Strangers of Paradise. And I guess Jack Garland as well. You know, if they want to promote Strangers in Paradise, they probably would just add Jack Garland along with the Final Fantasy 1 Garland. I always thought that Noctis would make an appearance in Kingdom Hearts 3, and I guess he kinda did, technically, if we want to count that DLC. The Noctis from Versus 13, technically. Gosh, what were they thinking?
Apologies for taking so much time, but we decided what to do next. We must fight Jecht. Father! We will fight him, but the aim isn't to destroy. We have to believe in him. Believe in Yuna. Or believe in Jecht. Just as the hymn of the faith stirred Jecht from within sin, we must do what we can to return him to his senses.
So you're gonna sing the hymn again? Please do.
That's not gonna work. He was out of control.
Aww.
Well, this world is governed by the powers of will, is it not? That means we can call to him even more loudly than before. With this.
The spear that they've been recording this entire time.
Is that a spear? These scenes are brief, but we have here a record of our journey. I suspect it will make him remember happier times. Times when our journey was filled with other things besides hardship.
Got it. So I guess we'll be using it.
I don't intend to place the burden on this battle on your shoulders alone. I'll fight with you.
Man, what a cool chapter.
But father, it's dangerous.
He's the High Summoner.
Believe in Braska.
By the way, the believe in Yuna thing, it's from 10-2. I just like to reference it all the time.
Believe in Yuna.
It's when she was trying to get Nuge to believe in her. While he was trying to commit suicide in the most badass way possible. Gosh, that game is metal.
I am the High Summoner, and I am attended to by
my legendary guardian. That's a weird sentence, but okay.
We will prove our reputation today.
He's right, yeah. I'm getting pumped.
It doesn't take much to get you excited, but I must admit, I do feel better about our chances. Jecht is a dear friend to us all. Please lend us your aid, or strength. With your voice added to ours, he'll be sure to hear us. Let us place our faith in Jecht. He'll come through for us, and for himself, he'll find a way.
I'll show him it's not a game. This time we'll know it's the real deal. Aw, yeah.
Beat some sense into him. Now let us go and save our friend.
Final Fantasy X hype! Who's Will? I'm a badass. I mean, Nuge ain't wrong. Yuna breaks into one of her K-pop songs. Now see, that would be the best reference! Just her in pain dancing. While Braska is singing the Hymn of the Faith. That would have been amazing. Literally gonna defeat him with the power of song and friendship. It's no worse than defeating Shuyin with the power of love. Okay, so this is still Cosmos mission. Well, I guess it technically counts as a Cosmos mission, so yeah, we're still not anywhere near the Lufenia. Well, I guess it's going to be right after this. Gao Gao. It's a shame that Gao isn't that great. I liked Gao when I got his LD. He was a fantastic partner for Gladiolus and Furion. I actually ran that team for a while. But nowadays, I tried him out in a recent Transcendence tier, and my gosh, is he extremely power crept. A character that has only 1 HP dump on his kit, his entire kit, besides his slow EX, is not good. I don't exactly know what his C90 rework is going to be, but I'm hoping that it's good. Well, that was easy. Oh gosh, we're facing the Dark Lords. Ultima is a pretty cool animation in Final Fantasy X. Still, I prefer the Final Fantasy IX version where it's a cutscene attack. You can never use it yourself, but it definitely hurts. Pray for a busted FR for him. Oh, totally. Any character who does off-turn or counter damage is going to be busted. Minwoo, the biggest example. Gosh, as one of the few Final Fantasy II fans in the world, I am really excited for Minwoo to come out. Jet! Oh gosh, this is giving me flashbacks. Except Braska's here. That didn't happen before. God, stay away. I'm all ready. Ooh. Oh, this hurts. Gah. Stop this. Get a hold of yourself. It's too late for me. Run. I don't want to. I don't want to see you die again. With this music too? Gosh. Oh! The bros. Get it together, old man. Sir Jecht, don't let the power overwhelm you. We're here for you. You not back. Kimari not strong enough. Hey, nice! You're a Final Fantasy II fan? Sweetness. It's always good to see fellow Final Fantasy II fans. Grr. Jecht, I know you regret how things ended. And that is why we cannot let this cycle of suffering continue. You know this. You know we must set ourselves free. The cycle? What are you? You know what I'm talking about. Don't let your regret consume you. Accept that our journey is over and behind us. Now you can't change it. It's already set in stone. Set your gaze forward to the future with hope, not despair. Remember the joy of our journey. Joy that you shared. He has so many regrets. Remember, Jecht. Remember, as he yeets the sphere. This light. Remember that Kingdom Hearts is light. Oh, the siblings. Ami. The fun times. The parental supervision. The Tidus. Now that was cute. We need you. You don't have to repent for anything. But I can't be forgiven. He did cause a lot of death and destruction, so I guess it's a little stronger than that. Oh no. Oh gosh. This is badass. Braska all by himself against the final Aeon Jecht. That is an amazing scene. Oh gosh. As a Final Fantasy X fan, I'm geeking out. I love this. Also, yeah, the Ursula cameo and the fact that Jecht is a better father to everyone except Tidus.
Oh man, the final summoning Lufenia. Okay, so it's not the Malboros that we're fighting, it's Jecht himself. Count target takes fire damage. Ooh. Well, we're certainly bringing Ignis to this. That sucks, because I really wanted to bring Lulu. Oh man, I wanted to make Lulu useful. Oh well. If I remember correctly, we just have to bring in boosted characters in order to get the mission reward. Is that correct? Let's see. Shinryu. Chaos, Hard, Act 3, Chapter 8, Part 2. I didn't do that? Huh. Okay. Ah, here it is. 8-4, Final Summoning Lufenia in Hard Mode. Hard Mode. There it is. With a party of 3 boosted allies and without using a friend support. Well, that's going to be a little difficult. So Auron is not boosted, unfortunately. Who is boosted for this battle? We have Jecht, Krilly, Braska. Ooh, Kain. Oh. Okay. So Ignis is going to handle the heals. Kain is going to be our DPS, and Braska will be... You know what? Let's use him as the FR unit this time. And as for our summon, we'll bring in Ifrit. So yeah, this is apparently going to go south. Go hard or go home, indeed. So if I remember correctly, his Shinryu battle consists of him paralyzing the party. So I definitely want to bring in the Lena call when I can. Make use of Dragon's Ward. We'll bring in Lulu as an extra set of fire elemental damage, just in case we don't have Sage Fire up. For Kain, we'll actually bring in the Seymour call, because Seymour is actually pretty good. Alright, and then we have the Pagodas. The U Pagodas. They use Osmosis and HP attacks. Does he inflict anything during his Lufenia? There's Jecht Bomber, which is a countdown ability. We don't want that to happen. It's a limit of 15. Triumphant Grasp. No, it doesn't look like he doesn't inflict anything, so that's good, that's good. Alright. Strange they got rid of challenge quests. Now you gotta scroll down to see the missions. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Ignis won't protect you from the debuffs. I'm actually not too familiar with Ignis' kit, so does he innately protect you from debuffs? If that's the case, then I probably won't need the Lena call. Just in case, though. Just in case. And we can't use any friend supports, unfortunately. Alright. Let's do this. Final Summoning Lufenia. Oh, and I haven't technically used these 2 characters in a Lufenia yet, so I'll get the Ultima rewards. Is it gonna play Overworld? Oh, yeah, it is! Oh, you can see Xanark in the city in the background. I think he does in a certain stance. Well, that's unfortunate. I still don't know what his stances do, so... Oh well, we'll just wing it. Jecht, don't lose sight of who you are. You can win! He's right. Remember who you are, old man. Don't be afraid of doubt. Control it. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, Jecht. Live, and we will continue our journey. Come back to us, Jecht. Okay. We'll set up a quick recipe so we could build up the FR gauge. Thankfully, he doesn't have his own FR gauge, so we're good there. Maybe this will tell us. Nope. Alright, well, we'll use Papa Bird and Baby Bull. And if I remember correctly, you can't actually inflict damage on Jecht until the U Pagodas are gone. Although that might just be the Shinryu. Oh yeah, that's the Shinryu. Okay. Then we're fine.
thankfully, we have
ここは任せてくれ
30 on Broska's FR enhancements.
未来を守ろう
So we gotta make use of those Kiragas when we can.
希望は奪わせないせめて安らかに
Nice. Alright, Ignis is really helping with this battle.
消え去る
Love this song so much.
駆け抜ける
I'm gonna try to get you into the air. I would use your burst plus, but that is a lot of turns, so we're gonna make use of the double jump.
飛翔する明動せよ
Oh, Ignis ended up getting a turn. Sweet. So let's check those buffs. Papa Bird and Baby Bull. Okay, just raises party's attack, raises the party's limit of bravery. Ambrosia. So maybe it was the other one then. Just to experiment.
明動せよ
Let's try out the Memory Lane Pastry.
明動せよ
It's hype as fuck. Yeah. Memory Lane Pastry. Reduces party's occurrence of... Oh, there it is, yeah. Restores a certain amount of party's HP. Is that a regen, perhaps? Nice, not bad. His Sagefire is already gone. Wait, what happened to his Sagefire? Oh, 4-turn Sagefire debuff on selected target. So where is his, fire enchant? I distinctly remember that he had a fire enchant. 16 turns enhancement. As you could probably tell, I haven't used Ignis at all. So, yeah. 16 turns, that's not bad.
明動せよ
Okay, that's pretty good. He does a regen of bravery on the entire party as well.
明動せよ
And with Kane in the air, he's going to do continuous attacks, so that will keep the orb up and healthy.
安全だ明動せよ
And I think it's about time. Yep, let's do it.
遅らせてもらう
We're gonna be doing some crazy damage here.
眠りなさい
Oh, there goes the pagodas. But he automatically summons them again. They're not gonna do much anyways. Alright, Overwhelm. This will bring Broska to the front.
終わらせる明動せよ
I have a strategy here. It's gonna be weird. Resolute to the final summoning. Ooh, okay, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna have to use his LD, so I can't actually spam the Kiragas to raise the... Well, you know what? Screw it.
ここは任せてくれ
We're gonna raise this a bit.
明動せよ
70% increase on his HP damage bonus. Yep. We're doing force
ここは
charge.
任せてくれ明動せよ
Look at that damage.
ここは任せてくれ
Okay, now
明動せよ
we do even bigger damage by going immediately into the summon. This way we'll all be enchanted, and also we'll gain that 2-turn buff from Ifrit that will increase our HP damage.
人知を超えた力だ
Now get that Ject Bomber plus buff back on us. 2 million.
明動せよ
1 million from Kane. Jeez. Jeez. Damn.
駆け抜ける
Oh my gosh. Get back in the air, dude! Yeah, it'll be over soon, Jecht. We'll save you, buddy. We didn't even need the Lena call. Oh my gosh. Poor Jecht. I feel bad for him. We're gonna kill him by using himself. Truly, the title makes sense now. Jechtception. 3 million damage. Yep. Braska's pretty cool. Compared to Kane and Krilly's FRs, Braska is a huge improvement. Unless you can time the enemy turns correctly to where you gain a huge amount of bonuses with Kane and Krilly's FR, Braska is considered the better FR out of the two. But he doesn't hold a candle to Camelot, unfortunately. So we're gonna watch the rest of the cutscenes for the act, and then we're gonna tackle the Shinryu battle. Oh. Memories. Oh, he doesn't want them to go. Come on, Jecht. Oh no, the spear! Dad! Gah, hurts, but I think I'm okay. Then it's over. Why do you have to play this song? Why do you have to mess with my fuels? Looks like there's someone tough enough to survive the final summoning. Guess that means I'm the first? It's only fitting for a star like me. Back to his old self, I see. Are you still holding on to that old glory? Figures. It's a little embarrassing, huh? Seeing all that we went through brought me back. Wasn't a bad trip, was it? In fact, it might have been one of the best. I'm glad you came around. Then, I believe we have nothing to worry about anymore. Yeah, I think I have the power of sin under control. There's no way regret can win out over hope anymore. Now you're sounding like yourself. That's the Jecht that kept us moving forward. Although some might call it recklessness, that energy made sure we never stayed still for long. Yeah, everyone's got a friend like that. What's that, a compliment? Take it as you will. How sweet. Looks like they're having fun. Seeing them like that makes me a little jealous. You don't need to be. We've had our laughs and smiles too. Yeah. You guys have had your own story, and it had a happy ending. Both in Spira and in this world. It was hard sometimes, but all of those memories bring us together. They make us stronger. I get what you're saying. We're strong because of the road we took to get here. All of the regret, the suffering, it wasn't all for nothing. Indeed. And now we can move forward with hope in our hearts. The past will guide us into the future. What a great ending to Final Fantasy X in general. How very sweet. And that's it. The field has been cleared. That made me happy. That made me smile. Now, I think we have one more cutscene left, which I think is unlocked through here. Yeah. Alright, so before we get to the Shinryu battle, we're going to try to watch that one cutscene. Because last time, it basically foreshadowed what was going to happen in this chapter. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen next. If I remember correctly, the next story chapter is going to be involving Final Fantasy 15 and 8, where Luna Freya becomes a playable character now. I can't wait until that. Final Fantasy VIII is my personal favorite Final Fantasy game, even though I consider Final Fantasy IX to be a much better game. 8 will always have a place in my heart. So I'm going to be very happy when we get to that. And also 15. I haven't played 15 yet, but I am very much invested in it. To the point where I am considering playing 15 sometime soon. Final Fantasy X fans, Eden. Oh yeah, this whole month has been for Final Fantasy X fans. Apparently, Final Fantasy X has been trending a lot recently. I can't tell if that's because of this story chapter, or if it's because of the recent Steam sales. Either way, I'm glad that Final Fantasy X had got this much love. Gosh, they're just gonna keep playing this song? Alright, tug at my heartstrings a little, if you will, Square. Because we all know you will. You always do. I'm glad this speedrun team still works. Even in, like, the later story chapters. You can still speedrun with Sarah, a Selfie, and a Kais. And I guess Yuffie, too, if you have her. Palom is also a great speedrun character, but I don't have him fully built up, so I don't use him. I only use him during when I'm grinding for either Power Stones or Guard Stones. Or, no, not stones. They're orbs. The things that you use to upgrade the levels of weapons and armors. He's actually a great character to farm on those. And crystals, too. Alright, what's next? Sever the Spiral of Doubt. Ash! Setzer! Great characters. You really had us worried there. Sorry about that. I can barely stand to look at you guys in the eye. Good thing the words of old friends were able to reach you. All I could remember were the bad things. Couldn't keep myself from feeling down about it, and didn't ask anyone else for help. You forced yourself to suffer. You didn't give yourself room to mourn Braska's loss. Yeah, it happened so fast, honestly. I understand. Those emotions begin coloring the memories of those we've lost. And in the end, we create versions of those people that are nothing like the ones we knew. In that way, we comfort ourselves. Oh, I guess spoilers for Final Fantasy XII, by the way, which is a game I'm currently Let's Playing. Ash is important. I mean, I already spoiled it with the fact that I have Ash in the thumbnail, so oh well. Bad memories tend to stick in our memories longer than the good ones. No one could blame you for that. Yeah, you're one to talk, Shadow. But it wasn't all bad, right? You had good memories, too. Cheese! Breaded cheese sticks. Hey, mozzarella cheese sticks? Druid, stop making me hungry. Yeah, more good than bad, actually. Lots of fun times and lessons learned. Looks like I was saved by Braska again. Well, as long as you know that, then I'm sure everything will be fine between you. You look a lot better now, almost like a different person. I believe this was exactly what you needed. Yeah, the chains of the past can't hold you down any longer. Guess I have Seymour to thank for that. I'll thank him with a fist to the face. Nice. Oh yeah, Seymour still has his slit, or his silt. So... Seymour final boss eventually? We're probably gonna get a chapter where we face the final phase of Seymour. Jecht was the correct choice after all. Even if he no longer takes the form of sin, he now possesses immeasurable strength. Oh, he's gonna try to manipulate him again. The power of iniquity, which will call forth destruction. Now then, what form will their salvation take? I look forward to seeing it. Oh, Seymour. Who else but Seymour? Thank you, Druid. And that's it for the chapter. Now, let's go to the Shinryu. Okay, this is going to be a crazy one. We're obviously going to be using Braska. So, Braska's final Aeon. This is a very interesting battle because you cannot harm Jecht until you defeat the 2 pagodas. Once you defeat the 2 pagodas, then you have to defeat Jecht. You have to get his HP to 1%. Then he will do a full heal, revive the pagodas, and he'll be much, much stronger. And unfortunately, he'll follow up his heal with a Jecht Bomber, I believe? It's either Jecht Bomber or a Jecht Bomber Plus. Ah, here it is. Following use when HP falls below 2% or and below 50% after using Regenerate. So he'll use it twice throughout the battle. Jecht Bomber Plus removes own debuffs, silver frames included. Increases bravery. All enemies lose turns, so he basically either delays them or deletes them. He raises his own strength and his turn rate for 3 turns, and it's all a guaranteed hit, so it will hit you even if you're using Warrior of Light. My plan here is I'm going to activate a burst phase right before we get him to 2% health, which will bypass his Jecht Bomber Plus. Now, I researched it beforehand, and I found out that it does actually work. Oh wait, this isn't the team we're using. This is the team we're using. So like the previous battles, I'm going to try to use Jagran as much as I can. If Jagran doesn't work, then I'm going to go with a different DPS unit. I don't have his ultimate weapon completely maxed out, but that's fine. Garnet is actually the character we're going to use as our second DPS unit. Garnet is just too good. I am basing this run mostly on a video that Stimpy, a very popular Opera Omnia content creator, did when this event was new in JP. He ended up using Jagran, Braska, and Warrior of Light, and that's how I figured out about the strategy of using either a summon or a burst phase during the time Jecht Bomber would activate, which would ultimately bypass it. So we're going to be taking a bit of his strategy and using it here. I don't have Warrior of Light burst, so I can't make use of his whole strategy, but we'll try. We'll try. That's exactly what I did. Hey, nice! Yeah, it's a good strategy. And plus, you don't want to deal with Jecht Bomber. So, I'm going to be bringing the Raijin call, Seymour call as well. I don't know who I'm going to give these calls to, though. I need to figure that out first. Where is Raijin? There he is. Lulu call as well. Because even though we're going to bring Ifrit as the summon, who will innately have Fire Enchant during his summon phase, Garnet has Thunder and Water Enchant automatically on her kit. So we're going to use the Lulu Call LD, which, if I am right, Double Flare Fury, the Fire Enchant effect, slightly increases HP damage. Add fire to party attacks. Ignores existing elements. Yep, she has the true fire enchant, just like Lulu's basic kit. So for 3 turns, Garnet will be able to deal fire damage on top of her electric and fire, or electric and water. And Braska obviously has maxed out enhancement boards, although I didn't give him a spear for some reason. HP heal boost up longer. Well, he does have Kiraga. I actually don't know what spear to give him. Raise his own initial max bravery. There might be times where he'll be hitting weakness damage. So some of these might be good. Ooh! When dealing a critical hit, raise his own max bravery and attack by 2%. Okay, that's fine by me. Why doesn't Braska enchant fire? Oh, that's the worst thing of his kit. If he was able to enchant fire, we wouldn't need to use Lulu or Ignis calls. Read what I posted. Okay. You buy cheese sticks, I'll get the panko breadcrumbs and egg, and I'll bread them for you. Really, Druid? Oh, that's so sweet. I'll remember that next whenever we meet.
Yeah, Stimpy is the GOAT. He has a lot of great runs. So the reason why I've been using a bunch of supports throughout this live stream was because I was trying to make sure I can save up this selfie call. Because if I remember correctly from Stimpy's run, he used a selfie support, not call, selfie support, used Rapture and then immediately got her out of the battle so that Rapture would stay on the enemies for extra damage. So we're going to be doing that. Other than that, we're pretty much set. Oh, right, I completely forgot. We completed the Lufenia, so we have the high armor tokens. I can purchase Braska's high armor now. I didn't have high armor tokens beforehand. Let's see. And I'm being serious. Oh, I know you're being serious. Don't worry. One of these days when we meet, which we are going to meet in real life, I will definitely bring those recipes. You'll come up with a new recipe. Huh. Oh, wait, I didn't buy it. I completely forgot to buy the high armor. Me thinking I'm all slick. The High Summoner Rose, which for some reason looks like a bunch of scales. So I guess Braska is like half dragon. There we go. And what does this have? The Encouragement Keystone. Increases bravery granted by 30%. And if I remember correctly, I gave him the Cecil Spear? Yes. So that is pretty good. Alright, let's do this. This may end poorly, this may not, we'll see. Just trying to make sure I have all the calls. Yeah. Okay, this is gonna be really tense. Oh man, we might not be able to hear Overworld for that long, but it's great to hear it when we can. Jecht! Oh wait, we already saved you. This is basically just a mock battle. He didn't buy a new recipe. Don't worry, I made sure I did. I made sure of it. So, oh, I wish I could attack both of them. Oh well. We'll get that on them real quick. So what I want to do is I want to use Punish. Get that buff on Jagron as soon as possible. You Garnet. We're not going to be able to force charge much until we get to Braska's turns, where he'll have a small surplus of Kiraga, but it'll be worth it. You are one of the 4 Jagron users? Yeah, unfortunately. Me, I do know that Stimpy ran Jagron a lot, and Lewd Pasta, another YouTuber, very underrated. He has a Jagron saga that's going through all the recent missions, and I took a bit of advice from some of his videos too. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. Alright, we'll get that free use of Kiraga using this. Yeah, so we can't hurt Jecht until we destroy the pagodas. Ugh. Oh no. Yeah, he does a lot of bravery damage. Thankfully, Garnet is here to save the day. You know what? Let's do this. We'll use Divine Judgment now. Get her EX boost ready. Sadly, I have the setting where the burst music will constantly play after the burst use, so no more Overworld. Sad. Oh wait, do I? Oh yeah, I do. I thought when the music was fading away, I thought that, oh, Overworld's coming back. Yay! Nope.
Sad. I like this song, it's just... I really like Overworld too. Okay, we're gonna have to get to a point where we'll need to use a bunch of Kiragas. I think now is a good time to use the selfie support though. Alright. Rapture it is. It also delays them. It sucks though that I don't have any other force chargers besides Braska. Well, here goes nothing. Get that boost. Do we use Jet Bomber Plus because we're running out of that buff, or do we use... You know what, let's use Jet Bomber Plus. We gotta make sure that we're on top. And there's our summon. Garnet is dishing out a lot of damage. The one thing I'm worried about is whether or not she'll race through these pagodas and Jekt before we can even set up our FR. Because that'll be scary. Although, to be fair, my plan is to go into Ground Burst before we defeat Jekt. Alright, Selfie. Get out of here! Yeah. We're using her C-65s to get her out of the battle. And thankfully, we have 6 turns of Rapture, so we'll be fine with that. Boomerang Blade. The Garnet Burst is really helping Jagran with his damage capping. So it's good to see that. Braska will be my only charger till Luna Freya. You're not alone. Yeah, I actually do have Penelo completely maxed out. It's just... Ooh, okay. He does a lot of damage. Okay. Do not let him get another turn. I do have Penelo completely maxed out with her Force Enhancement, so she's basically my best charger at the moment. I kind of caved in and, you know, did that for her. She will definitely help in the 6-warrior battle that I'm going to have to do eventually. Alright, I think now is a good time to start spamming the Kiragas. Well, actually... let's get the attack all. Ultimate Jekt Shot. We'll do that. Now see, I could use the Raijin Call now to make sure that Braska's final Aeon doesn't dish out any damage, but I want to save that for when I'm, you know, in the FR phase. So I can maximize my HP damage. I'm trying to make sure that I can kill Jekt in one FR use. That Alexander animation is so cool. I'm glad they changed it. When Garnet was first brought into the game, she didn't actually have Alexander show up during that animation, so it was literally just her praying. I'm glad that they gave that to her, though. Also, for those of you wondering why Garnet heals everyone in the party after a... whoa, we launched him when he died. Okay. The reason why Garnet heals everyone at the beginning of an attack is because I gave her the Seador Spear. Okay. Now's the time. Probably should have set this up beforehand. Because this is most likely going to do a lot of damage to him. At least we get a really good song. I really like Jagron's burst theme. Butt rock at its finest. Ooh! Okay, that didn't do much at all. But we kind of need to take him out. Okay. Let's, we're gonna need to use Ultimate Ject Shot. I want to use the Kiraga, but no. We need to get to the burst phase as fast as possible, and I do not want Ject's FR to gain any more percent. Thankfully, though, we're going to have Braska's turn right after Jagron, so that's good. And I'll use Double Flare Fury now to set up the FR. Sounds like a Splatoon song. It does, actually. All it's missing is the octopus voices. As a Dynasty Warriors fan, I've always got Dynasty Warriors vibes from this particular song. Alright. I don't want to do too much damage to this thing. Okay, let's do it. Ooh, yeah, that's why I didn't want to do too much damage. Alright, burst phase. Let's maximize our damage. Those sweet, sweet rainbows. That was a weird position, Braska. He was just floating there. Braska just vibing. Alright, there's the heal. I believe he has 50 million HP, so this isn't gonna take that long. Now he's summoned the Pagodas. And therefore, we have bypassed his Ject Bomber Plus. So we won't have to worry about that. The only problem is, I'm worried about getting to 89% health because I believe that's a threshold for him using a very special ability. So I might not want to do too much damage. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we can bypass it. Just like the Ject Bomber Plus, we can probably bypass his HP threshold. I'll test it, and if it doesn't happen, then we can just reset. Because we pretty much got the strategy down. Dang, Jagran! Oh, she even heals when she's attacking during a launch. Man, imagine if Jagron had a Sea Spear spot, and we'd give him the Seador Spear. He would just be healing with every single follow-up he does. Okay. You know, in hindsight, I probably should have inflicted him with the Raijin debuff beforehand. Oh well. We're pretty much at the point of no return. Alright, Jeggers. You must now become an airship. Who would have thought that this is also the voice of Cyan for Final Fantasy VI? They sound nothing alike, and yet I can believe it. Oh yeah, he used the Ject Beam. Well, it's a good thing we had an extra turn. Yeah, that inflicts a paralysis. Oh my gosh, it missed! It missed! It actually missed! I think I was lucky there. Okay, Raijin Call, definitely. Get that Raijin prod on him. And that laugh, too. I think we can do this, guys. Would you lend me your strength? You needn't ask. 79%. I hope there's no threshold on that. Force effect halted. There we go. And he was just about to get his force effect. Goodness, talk about timing. We're gonna use his EX. We'll enter the summon phase once we get to six force turns to deal maximum damage. And he did absolutely nothing to us. Oh yeah, I think we pretty much got this in the bag now. Garnet, we're not gonna waste time with your other skills. The launch is the most important part of this strategy. Oh, the Seymour debuff fell. Oh well. That's fine, that's fine. We're at Braska. So just spam Kiraga until we get to 6 FR turns. That was close. He almost got his force attack off. I know, right? I wasn't even paying attention. That would have been really bad. We would have ended up dealing with a Ject Bomber right then and there. Okay, and now it's time to go to ham. Or go ham. We're not going to ham. Sorry, Druid, we're not going to Hamville. So here's the question. Which attack is stronger? 3 group 3 times. 5 times. Okay, Ject Bomber plus. Definitely more powerful. So let's see how much damage we do during one attack. 5 million. Well, that's a lot of damage. 2 million. Jeez. Oh my gosh, Jagran. Slow down, Jagran. Slow down, Jeggers. Yeah, look at that. 8 million right there. Man, thank you, Stimpy. This is a really, really good strategy. So no John Ham then? No, sorry, Druid. You'll just have to settle for Bagel Town. It's okay, you have cheese. It'll go well with Bagel Town. 2 million with Garnet's follow-up as well. Yeah, he's not gonna last long.
人知を超えた力だ
So we basically just ignored all of the boss's mechanics thanks to this strategy, and it would have been even better if we had the Warrior of Light unit. Okay, this is gonna be the end. So yeah, that was the Shinryu mission. I can't believe I had an easier time with that compared to the other ones. I had to record off-screen for the Kane with Shinryu, and for Krilly, I literally almost died on that one. Granted, I didn't have Krilly, and I also didn't have Kane at the time, so... Browska really did help with this one. Ah, but that felt good. We actually defeated Jecht. One first try. Next is the 6 Warrior mission. No, I'm not doing that tonight. I don't even have Cam fully maxed out. I have his FR, but I don't have his burst, sadly. Hey! Reaping those sweet, sweet rewards. Oh yeah. So, what can we do? I can get another one of these books, another one of these, another one of these. Alright. Awesome. So, definitely I'm going to be playing through all of the Act 3 chapters on stream sometime this week, because I need to build up my burst resources. I don't have enough resources to max out Cam, even if I did got his burst. So, I'm planning on getting it. But when I do, I won't have enough resources. So that's the point. I need to play through all the other Act 3 chapters to get the books and also the necessary materials for ingots. So, sometime this week we're going to be playing from Act 3, Chapter 1 all the way to Chapter 7. They'll be a lot easier considering they'll just be Lufenias and Lufenia Pluses, so that's nice. And I'll also complete all the missions for the Act 3, Chapter 8, Part 2, just to complete it, just so we could get all those rewards as well. But yeah, that was a fun night. I managed to get my gem count all the way up to 50k, so that's good. Although before I end it, I have to consider... Kudos, you swept up. Yeah. So I have to consider, do I spend at least 100 to 200 tickets on this banner? Or do I wait for Desh? A character that I really like, surprisingly. And I kind of want his FR, but at the same time, I know it's not that good. But it's also going to be another chance to get Camelot's burst weapon. I have everything except the burst weapon. So that's all I need. Considering we're going to get Divine Odin soon, I can grind for 400 extra tickets. So you know what? I'm going to use like 100 to 200 tickets for this. And I'll just do it on stream. We'll get to 208 tickets and see what we get. I also haven't maxed out his FR, so if I end up getting another copy of that, I won't complain. Alright, come on. Let this gold ore be good. Gosh, it's also pretty late, so I probably won't be able to record Final Fantasy XII tonight. I'll do that tomorrow. Ooh, Kimari. No one has ever said, ooh, Kimari in this game, but, you know. He's good now. He got his C90 rework, so I'm not going to complain. Plus, I like Kimari as a character. I pretty much like every Final Fantasy X character. Oh! Okay. Can't complain about that. Yeah, that's another copy. Sweet, I can put it into my limit breaking. I thought it was going to be the burst for a second. Yeah, so any gold orbs, I like to see what I can get. Any blue orbs, I end up skipping it automatically. That's usually what most content creators do, if I remember correctly. Oh, that was awesome. Hey, you have it too? Nice. The FR character that essentially broke the FR era. That changed the meta entirely. I can't wait to experiment with him. Oh. Well, I already have that, so... I ended up maxing out Camelot when his LD first came out, so... Literally, the only things I needed from this banner was his FR and Burst. And I got his FR in a couple of ticket pools. Like, I think it was 5 basic ticket pools. And I got it. So I was pretty happy. So many Buster Swords. And another Kimari LD. Imagine if one of the blue orbs is a burst. I've had that happen before. I've had the FR for Kane be a blue orb. Oh man, I got so surprised by that. I'm glad I managed to pull for him. I originally wasn't going to pull for Kane at all, but then my friend, who is a big fan of the Dragoons, he managed to get Kane's FR in just one multi-pull. And then he went for the burst and got extremely lucky again, so I decided, you know what, screw it. I love Kane. He's a great character. I loved him in Duodecim, so why not? Alright, let me just use all these weapons that I got. Yeah, look at that. Another FR dupe. So a lot of people usually sell these trash weapons for extra gil because they don't want to deal with having them in their inventory. I keep them because they're, you know, they're extra EXP. It means I don't have to grind so much for power orbs. They used to give us the basic bronze and silver armors, but they stopped doing that. So now I can't really do much for armors. I actually do have to grind for guard orbs. Oh well. I do wish they would raise the limit for how many items you can use in a enhance, though. 30 is not a lot. On the plus side, with all of these gold weapons that I get, ones that I've already completed and limit broken, they are basically just free limit stones, or power stones as they call them, which I can use to eventually limit break other weapons or turn into high power stones for FR weapons. I managed to get 400 power stones before the FR era started, so I was pretty much set and ready for the FR era. Okay, this next batch should do it. I know it takes so long. Yeah, I wish there was an auto feature. Like, maybe there is, and I just never figured it out. I would love an auto feature where we can just get a weapon and we can just use all of the bronze and silvers automatically. Alright, 100 more pools. And then we'll stop. I do have 48 burst tokens, so if worse comes to worse, I can just use those to get Camelot's burst. I kind of don't want to do that, though, because I want to save those for Charlotta or Luna Freya. I'm planning on not pulling on much after Camelot. I'm kind of undecisive on whether or not I'm going to pull for Desh. I am definitely not pulling for any of Gabranth's banners. As much as I like Gabranth, I just don't have the resources to do so. Even if Fujin is on one of his banners. Fujin. What a disappointing FR. Her animation is really cool, but dang, is that effect really useless. That was around the time where they were still trying to keep up with the FR conditions before Camelot. So yeah, they didn't quite upgrade her enough. Alright, one more multi. Doesn't look like we're getting the burst this time. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. So, my plan now is to wait until Desh gets released so we can pull on his banner so that I can try to get both his FR and Camelot's burst. I really want Camelot's burst, so I'm going to try my hardest to basically just use all my tickets on that banner. I won't be using any of my gems, though. That is too much. If worse comes to worse, I will just have to use the burst tokens. And I can just try to be lucky with Charlotta and Lunafreya. Either way, though, I had fun today. I'm glad that we got through the whole Final Fantasy X chapter. That was really fun to go through. As a Final Fantasy X fan, it made me geek out so much. Braska was a great inclusion. I'm glad that he's in the game. So next time, we'll go through Act 3, Chapter 1, which I believe is Final Fantasy 3 and Final Fantasy 4 themed. So that will be fun. I don't know much about the story, so it'll be new on me. And we'll be able to build up our resources so that we can eventually max out Camelot and possibly get enough tokens and gems for other characters. But until then, I'm not very good with outros, so I guess I'm Spirit Rosewolf. And I'll see y'all later. Keep your tickets saved if you pull for Desh. Oh yeah, totally. If I end up pulling for Desh's FR, I'm not going to go for Camelot's burst anymore. I'm just going to token it. I'm going to burst token it. The best way to save my resources, honestly. But yeah, I will see y'all next time. Have a good night, and take care. Thanks for joining.